Xiao Mengli wants to eat ice cream and has no money, don't be afraid. Actually exchanged mother's fingers for ice cream. The movie I brought to you today is just one time. The story takes place in a peaceful and quiet town. Everything is so warm and peaceful. But what happened after? Completely subverted the impression that the film started to give people. An emoticon appeared on the screen. Happy housewife with a smile. Preparing dinner in the kitchen. The host sits on the sofa and reads the newspaper. This is a very common family life scene in the West. But if we are careful, we will find. Whether it's a cooking mother. The father who is still reading the newspaper. Their fingers are missing a few. Why is this? The picture turns to a little girl jumping rope far away. Also very cute. Suddenly the girl stopped the rope skipping game. Ran into the house. Why is this? It turned out that the ice cream car from the town came over. The little girl asks her mother for ice cream. It is understandable that children like to eat snacks. There is nothing strange about this. So we see. The little girl began to beg her mother. I hope she can buy herself an ice cream. And make sure that the mother keeps smiling just once. It seems this is not the first time this happened. Mother can't resist the request of a daughter. I touched her hair in a petting way. But the next thing is a little weird. Mother cut the girl's hairband with a knife. The girl also tied her hair tie on her mother's little finger. Then there was a scene of horror and incomprehension. Mother cut off her finger. Back to the beach with the face of the little girl. But the little girl did not show any expression of fear. But happily took mother's severed finger and ran out. Came to the ice cream cart and handed his finger up. It turns out that the ice cream truck charges not money. It's the finger clerk who took the finger from the little girl. Put it into the glass bottle in front of you. You can see that there are still a lot of fingers in the bottle. And handed an ice cream to the little girl. And just like a normal ice cream shop. Speaking of welcome, come back next time. Although the little girl still has a response on her face. But already happily eating ice cream on the side of the road. It looks like that ice cream is very delicious. The child is full of joy. After that, the screen goes back home. The little girl's sister saw her sister had ice cream to eat. Also begged my mother. My mother should tell my sister right after she stopped. To find your father, I have to keep a few fingers for cooking. Didn't fight for a while. We can see the front of the ice cream truck. There is already a long line. Many children are holding their fingers and waiting to buy ice cream. And my sister is eating happily at the end of the line. My own ice cream. This is a short film that satirizes reality. There are some horror elements in the content, which makes people think about it. The irony is the bottomless indulgence of parents for their children. At the same time, endless requests for seemingly absurd plot. Think about it carefully, isn't it what happened around us? 8 But the performance of being back showered. Strong dark elements and ironic reality blindly. Although the film is told in a terrifying and dark way. A shop that uses fingers to buy ice cream. But we found that this is the reality. A mapping of parent to children's bottomless doting. In the face of desire, the child starts endlessly requesting from his father. We can see from the incomplete palms of our parents. This is not the first time this happened. And the little girl must say this only once every time. This also echoes the name of the short film. In fact, the film just treats the phenomenon of gnawing the old in the current society. Expressed in such an absurd way. Ice cream can be said to be house, car, etc. Cut what the kids want. But I don't have the corresponding ability. Through cheap ice cream with fingers. Such a strong value gap contrast. Let us see only the parents. For my children countless times. Even hurt yourself to satisfy your children's wishes. And the children are not satisfied with the current status quo. Whenever the ice cream truck comes again. I'll beg my father again. And what this ice cream truck represents is desire. Whenever desire comes, I hurt my parents. Nibbles the old way to satisfy your inner desires. In fact, this situation is very common in real life. Even happened to my side. It might happen to yourself. It's just not as strong as the one realized in the movie. But we are indeed silent. Suck parental fluids. Satisfy one's desires by hurting and saving others. Although the technique of this film is absurd and bizarre. But the meaning is so profound that people can't help but think carefully. We actually live in such a society. I hope this video can awaken those children who are addicted to their own desires. Sober them up. But this video also has a lot of problems. The mother's appearance in this film is very irritating. And when she was cutting vegetables. If you look closely, you will find that it is completely cut for tea cutting. Which Hang's eye has been chopped up and the knife still keeps on. Including the expression when the little girl asked for it later. Smile with only one corner of the mouth cocked. If you want to promote in the synopsis. The so-called criticism of children's greedy claim. Then the image of a mother shouldn't be like this. It should be more loving, innocent, and pitiful. so as to pass the comparison. Arouse the sympathy of the audience to achieve the meaning stated in the introduction. If I give you a chance, what theme would you choose to imply this meaning? Watch more exciting videos. Remember to follow me. I am Tang Tang. See you next time.